4 Pratt & Whitney turbofans generating 161,760 pounds of combined thrust, a cargo bay the size of a 3-story house, the ability to land on a dirt strip shorter than most airport taxiways. Meet the Boeing C-17 Globemaster C, the aircraft that redefined what impossible means in military aviation. From delivering 70-ton Abrams tanks to forward operating bases, to precision humanitarian airdrops over Gaza, to evacuating thousands from Kabul in hours. This flying warehouse has been quietly reshaping global logistics for over 3 decades. But calling it just a cargo plane is like calling the SR-71 just a fast jet. Welcome back to Project Aerospace, and today we're deep diving into one of the most capable, most versatile, and most underappreciated aircraft ever built. The C-17 Globemaster C isn't just moving cargo, it's projecting power, delivering hope, and proving that in aviation, engineering excellence can literally change the world. If you're new to the channel, we go beyond the surface on military and civilian aviation, from cutting-edge technology to operational history to the engineering marvels that make flight possible. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell because today's deep dive is packed with insider details, jaw-dropping capabilities, and recent missions that showcase exactly why this beast earned its reputation. By the end of this video, you'll understand why military planners call the C-17 irreplaceable, why humanitarian organizations depend on it worldwide, and why Boeing is now discussing potential production restarts despite ending the program nearly a decade ago. Let's start this story in 1981, when the U.S. Air Force faced a critical problem. Their workhorse strategic airlifter, the Lockheed C-141 Starlifter, was approaching the end of its operational life. But replacing it wouldn't be simple. The world had changed, and the military needed something revolutionary. The Cold War was evolving into something more complex. Military planners needed an aircraft that could deliver massive payloads across continents like a strategic airlifter, then land on short, unprepared runways like a tactical transport. They needed something that could carry an Abrams tank to Germany or deliver medical supplies to a disaster zone in the Pacific Islands. Enter McDonnell Douglas with an audacious proposal, the CX program, later designated the C-17. Their vision was unprecedented: create the world's largest aircraft capable of short takeoff and landing operations with strategic range and tactical flexibility. The prototype C-17 took its maiden flight on September 15, 1991, and immediately it was clear that this wasn't just another transport aircraft. The development program cost over $44 billion, more expensive than the Manhattan Project adjusted for inflation. But what emerged would fundamentally change military logistics forever. The name Globemaster C honored Douglas's legendary C-74 and C-124 Globemasters from the 1940s and 50s. But while those earlier aircraft were products of their time, the C-17 was designed for an uncertain future where flexibility would be everything. Serial production airframes entered service on January 17, 1995, with the United States Air Force, marking the beginning of what would become one of aviation's most successful strategic transport programs. But the path wasn't smooth. Cost overruns, technical challenges, and political pressure almost killed the program multiple times. Now let's talk about what makes the C-17 a genuine engineering marvel. This aircraft is essentially a flying contradiction. Massive yet nimble, complex yet reliable, powerful yet surprisingly efficient for its size. The heart of the beast lies in 4 Pratt & Whitney F-117 PW100 turbofans, each generating 40,440 pounds of thrust. That's 161,760 pounds of total thrust, equivalent to strapping 4 Boeing 737 engines to a single airframe. But raw power means nothing without precision control. Here's where the C-17's design brilliance shines. Those engines feature massive thrust reversers that can actually make this 170-foot-long giant back up on the ground. Picture this: you're at a remote forward operating base with limited space, and this behemoth can literally reverse, like backing a car out of your driveway. But the real magic happens in the wing design. The C-17 features a supercritical wing with blown flaps, a system where engine bleed air is directed over the wing's trailing edge to dramatically increase lift at low speeds. This isn't just aerodynamics, it's aerodynamic wizardry. The result? The C-17 can operate from runways as short as 3,500 feet in length or just 90 feet in width. Dimensions that would challenge many business jets, yet this 585,000-pound maximum takeoff weight aircraft handles them routinely. The fly-by-wire flight control system is equally impressive. Unlike mechanical controls, the C-17's computers constantly adjust flight surfaces thousands of times per second, allowing pilots to push performance envelopes that would be impossible with conventional controls. It's like having a supercomputer as your co-pilot. Inside the cargo bay, and this is where things get truly impressive, you're looking at 88 feet of length, 18 feet of width, and 12.4 feet of height. The floor can handle concentrated loads up to 250 pounds per square inch, strong enough for a main battle tank to drive around during flight turbulence. The aircraft has a maximum payload capacity of 169,000 pounds. That's 84.5 tons of cargo that can be delivered anywhere in the world. To put that in perspective, it could carry 33 family cars or 1,400 passengers if configured purely for people transport. Here's where the C-17 truly earns its Beast of the Skies reputation. Its absolutely incredible versatility. The C-17 is the most flexible cargo aircraft to enter the airlift force, capable of rapid strategic delivery of troops and all types of cargo, but that barely scratches the surface of what this aircraft can do. Picture this real-world scenario. Morning configuration, 102 fully equipped paratroopers board for an airborne assault mission. The same aircraft that afternoon is reconfigured as a flying intensive care unit with 36 stretchers for medical evacuation. That evening, it's hauling 3 Apache helicopters to a forward base. 1 aircraft, 3 completely different missions, single operational day. The passenger configuration can accommodate up to 188 troops on palletized seating systems that can be installed or removed in under an hour. But remove those pallets entirely, and you have maximum cargo volume for outsized equipment that won't fit in any other aircraft. The UK's C-17As can carry up to 45,360 kilograms of freight over 4,500 miles at altitudes above 30,000 feet and are used for long-distance medical evacuations. That's nearly 100,000 pounds of cargo delivered across intercontinental distances at airliner altitudes and speeds. But here's what really sets the C-17 apart: precision airdrop capabilities. The aircraft can perform both personnel and equipment drops with GPS-guided accuracy. The UK's C-17As are developing the ability to drop troops from the air and expanding their skills in night operations and landing on rough runways. Imagine dropping a Humvee by parachute with pinpoint accuracy in complex darkness, or deploying Special Forces teams behind enemy lines in weather that would ground most aircraft. The C-17's advanced radar, GPS systems, and tactical navigation equipment make these scenarios routine operations. The aircraft cargo bay can be pressurized and climate-controlled, meaning it can transport everything from sensitive electronic equipment to live animals to human organs for transplant, all while maintaining precise environmental conditions at 40,000 feet. Even more impressive is the rapid offload capability. The C-17 can completely unload 170,000 pounds of cargo in under 15 minutes using its integrated cargo handling system. In military terms, that's the difference between mission success and catastrophic vulnerability on the ground. The C-17's operational history over the past few years reads like a chronicle of global crisis response. From ongoing operations in Eastern Europe to humanitarian missions across 3 continents, this aircraft has been the center of almost every major international event. Let's talk about 2024's most visible operations. C-17s have been conducting joint humanitarian airdrop operations for Gaza, with Air Mobility Command deploying aircraft and specialized personnel to deliver tons of aid to civilians. These aren't simple cargo drops, they're precision operations, requiring split-second timing and incredible accuracy. RAF C-17 Globemaster aircraft delivered 23 tons of humanitarian aid, including 4,500 blankets and 4,500 sleeping mats, demonstrating how military assets serve humanitarian purposes on a global scale. These operations showcase the C-17's unique capability to operate in contested or dangerous airspace while delivering life-saving supplies. But humanitarian missions are just one facet. The 2021 evacuation from Kabul remains one of the most dramatic demonstrations of C-17 capabilities under extreme pressure. These aircraft operated continuously for weeks, evacuating over 120,000 people in what became the largest non-combatant evacuation operation in history. Some C-17s were taking off every 7 minutes at peak operations, carrying loads well above normal capacity limits. The famous photograph of 640 Afghan civilians packed into a single C-17 cargo bay, while not officially authorized, demonstrated the aircraft's ability to save lives under impossible circumstances. Current ongoing operations include continuous support to Ukraine through NATO airlift operations, Pacific deterrence missions in response to China's military activities, and disaster relief operations across the globe. Just this year, C-17s have delivered earthquake relief supplies to Turkey, hurricane aid to island nations, and wildfire suppression equipment to multiple countries. The aircraft's strategic importance extends beyond individual missions. C-17s enable what military planners call strategic flexibility, the ability to rapidly respond to emergency crises anywhere on the Earth within hours, not days or weeks. Recent exercises have demonstrated capabilities that sound like science fiction. C-17s practicing formation flights for massive airborne assaults, coordinated with C-130s for follow-on logistics, supported by aerial refueling from KC-46 Pegasus tankers, all while maintaining real-time satellite communications with command centers thousands of miles away. The C-17's success story extends far beyond American borders. Today, 8 nations operate these aircraft, creating a global network of strategic airlift capability that has fundamentally changed how quickly the international community can respond to crises. Countries operating the C-17 include the United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, India, the United Arab Emirates, Kuwait, and Qatar, each adapting the aircraft to their specific strategic needs and regional requirements. The United States operates the largest fleet, with 223 aircraft distributed across active duty, National Guard, and reserve units. But here's what makes this truly interesting. Each international operator has developed unique capabilities and mission profiles that enhance the global C-17 community. The Royal Australian Air Force uses their C-17s extensively for Pacific operations, including disaster relief to remote island nations and strategic resupply of Antarctic research stations. Their aircraft are configured with specialized cold weather equipment and extended-range fuel systems for these unique missions. India's C-17s have proven invaluable for high-altitude operations in the Himalayas, delivering supplies for forward posts at altitudes where most aircraft struggle to operate. The combination of powerful engines and advanced flight controls allow operations at extreme altitudes that would be impossible for conventional transports. The NATO Heavy Airlift Wing, based in Hungary, represents something unprecedented in military aviation, a truly multinational squadron operating C-17s for collective defense. These organizations allow smaller NATO members to access strategic airlift capabilities they could never afford individually. Perhaps most significantly, this global distribution creates what strategic analysts call interoperable airlift networks, the ability for allied nations to coordinate massive logistics operations using compatible aircraft, training standards, and operational procedures. While the basic C-17 design dates to the 1990s, the aircraft flying today incorporate technology that would seem impossible to the original designers. Continuous upgrade programs have kept the C-17 at the cutting edge of aviation technology. The latest avionics suites include synthetic vision systems that allow the pilot to see terrain and obstacles in zero visibility conditions. Advanced weather radar can detect turbulence and wind shear and atmospheric conditions miles ahead, automatically suggesting route modifications for optimal flight conditions. Modern C-17s feature encrypted satellite communications allowing real-time coordination with global command centers. Pilots can receive updated mission parameters, weather briefings, and threat assessments while en route to targets anywhere in the world. The cargo handling systems have been revolutionized with precision load calculation software that automatically determines optimal weight distribution for any cargo configuration. This isn't just convenience. Proper weight and balance is critical for the extreme short field performance that defines C-17 operations. Engine monitoring systems now predict maintenance requirements hours or even days before issues develop, allowing for proactive maintenance that keeps aircraft available for critical missions. These predictive algorithms analyze thousands of engine parameters in real time, identifying trends that human technicians might miss. Future upgrade programs include integration with autonomous cargo handling systems, advanced defense countermeasures for operations in contested environments, and even experimental research into unmanned C-17 operations for extremely high-risk missions. Boeing ended C-17 production in 2015 after delivering 279 aircraft. But the story is far from over. Recent global events have created unprecedented demand for strategic airlift capabilities, and Boeing has confirmed very early infancy discussions about the potential C-17 production restart, driven by growing European demand for defense equipment. The existing global fleet is expected to remain operational well into the 2040s and beyond, but several factors are driving restart discussions. The war in Ukraine has demonstrated the critical importance of strategic airlift for sustaining military operations. Climate change is increasing the frequency and severity of natural disasters, requiring rapid humanitarian response. Current upgrade programs focus on extending structural life, improving fuel efficiency, and modernizing avionics systems. New glass cockpit displays, updated navigation systems, and enhanced defensive capabilities are being retrofitted across the entire fleet to maintain relevance for decades. But here's the bigger strategic picture. No current or planned aircraft can fully replace the C-17's unique combination of strategic range, tactical flexibility, and massive payload capacity. While the Air Force is developing next-generation air mobility concepts, industry experts believe any replacement will build upon C-17 design principles rather than revolutionize them. The modular design philosophy that made the C-17 successful continues enabling improvements. From engine efficiency upgrades to autonomous cargo systems, the basic airframe can accommodate technologies that weren't imagined during original development. The C-17 Globemaster III has earned the title as the heavy leaf beast of the skies, through 3 decades of proving that strategic airlift isn't just about moving cargo. It's about projecting capability, delivering hope, and responding to global crises within hours rather than days. From its revolutionary engineering that combines strategic range with tactical flexibility, to its recent humanitarian missions delivering aid to Gaza, to potential production restarts driven by global security concerns, the C-17 continues redefining what's possible in military aviation. That's our deep dive into one of aviation's most impressive and important aircraft. If you enjoyed this detailed analysis, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Project Aerospace for more in-depth coverage of military and civilian aviation. What aircraft would you like to see featured next? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, keep looking up, and remember, every time you see a C-17 in the news, you're witnessing engineering excellence making the impossible routine.